Thoughts on the match today, Crocker?
Thought it was a good messy win. You know, like it. It would have been nice to kick more accurately, to potentially blow the score out a little bit more. But for a game that I felt that we controlled from the outset, it was still a really strong wind. People probably don't realise how swirly the wind was, throughout the game as well. But yeah, felt that we got the game looking like a North game for most part.
You mentioned you obviously dominated the inside 50s and the contested possession. Where do you think it sort of broke down? You meant, like, obviously you had that a big win in the end, but why wasn't it more?
Oh, look, to GWS's credit, they got a lot of numbers up around the footy. They got a lot of numbers back in our D50. Made that last connection piece going inside forward 50 a little bit more difficult for us, but that's still an evolution for our game, being able to just make more of some of those opportunities when we go inside forward 50.
Ash, for you had another good game today. What did you make of it? Obviously, it was quite low scoring, and you were out there in the conditions. So, how did you find it?
Yeah, I think as Croc sort of alluded to, is pretty hotly contested around the footy. GWS brought a lot of numbers around the ball, so we stayed true to our identity and stayed organised around the stoppage. And although we would have liked to get a few more scores on the board, I think the process was good, and we kept the ball in our forward half.
And you must be feeling good in terms of Jasmine Garner's just another star in the midfield, but you're also playing a really good role and matching her performances. So do you feel like you're working really well with her?
Yeah, I feel like we've got enormous faith in each other and with the other mids as well. I think what makes us a strong midfield group is that we're happy to share the load, and we've got so much faith in Mia and Jenna coming through there, and obviously our wingers that are at the stoppage as well. We're happy to share the love around, and we're staying as organised as possible, and hopefully that gives our forwards the best opportunity to score.
Was there any real takeaway from today's game, Darren?
I think Ash alluded to the takeaway for us was that we stayed true to our identity as a team and the way we want to play. Just spoke to the players about sometimes in those games when the scoreboard's not ticking over like you would like, players can go away from actually their role or what actually allows us to get the game looking the way it was. And if you go away from that, who knows? We may have got opened up on a couple of occasions by GWS, but I thought that everyone, as Ash said, stayed true to the way we want to play. We stayed organised, we stuck to our system, and played to our identity. And if we do that for longer in games, we're going to be a really hard team to beat.
As a coach, do you want it to be high scoring? Is that the way you sort of strive? And results like these, where you go back to the drawing board and encourage more goals, and that's the real brand that you want to see in your game.
As I alluded to earlier on, to keep GWS to only 12 inside 50s and 2 behinds for the game, that was pretty important to us because we could have gone away from that. We could have actually gone up with them at stoppages to give ourselves a better chance of potentially getting some overlap and scoring. We could have played with a really high player off the back of off the stoppage as well, or got really super aggressive, with our ball movement. And all of a sudden, in a low-scoring game, GWS kick a couple of goals, and it's then game on. But we just felt that for most part, we didn't feel overly threatened, which is great. Yeah, would we like to score more? As I said, if it was 8 goals 4, as a coach, coaching group, we're probably standing here thinking that's a little bit better scoreline for us. But you know what? In a hard fought, quite a scrappy, messy affair, you take that.
Tell us a little bit about your forward line mix. Obviously, you got paid in the off-season. How are you sort of seeing that working at the moment?
Yeah, no, it's working well. It's a really big threat forward of the ball for us. And look, it's still coming together. Kate, Tales, Kingy, when she's up there, as well as our mid forwards, Alice O'Loughlin, Ballaretti, Ali Gavalis, and Ruby Tripodi. Like they're it's still a work in progress for us, but we feel that if we get it get our ball movement looking the way we want, our shape away from the contest, that can be a pretty threatening forward line.
No injuries?
No. Yeah. Anything more fresh? Come on, you blokes. Hey?
Actually, like...
Don't throw me under the bus, Croc.
What's the ceiling like for you this season and the team?
Oh, I think we don't put a ceiling on things. I think we just try and get better every single week, and we're not looking too far ahead. We're on to Freo next week, and just prepare for as best we can for that contest, because they're going to come in hot. They came off a really good win a couple of days ago, so we've got to expect that they're going to bring the pressure, and we've got to lift once again.
I feel like the group's going to a new level this year compared to last.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got enormous faith in our process and our trademark, and making sure that we just stick to our roles and reap the results, hopefully, at the end of the day.
Fell short last week by a couple of points. What was the emotions and mood like within the playing group, bouncing back from that, obviously a really close game?
I think we review every game, no matter win-loss, it's more about the process, and there was a few things that we got wrong last week, and we didn't probably keep the ball in the front half as much as what we would have liked, and I think it's a testament to how quick our group learns, because obviously this week we had a lot of forward half possession as well, so I think we'll just keep moving forward, take the learnings out of last week, and hopefully keep getting better every single week.
That was the first loss in Tassie last week. That can be emotional, that, and having a loss like that to Brisbane, who's a competitor for you guys in terms of the premiership race. What was it like after the game last week?
Sometimes life's full of firsts, and you just got to embrace them. So, the bigger thing for us was you never like losing, but as Ash said, there can always be learnings that come out of it. We've got a really strong growth mindset, so we just took what we needed to. Had some really good conversations with the players this week about the team we want to be, and it was really nice for them to respond today.
What's the vibe been like? Obviously the men didn't have the season they would like to have, but you guys are looking pretty good. How's that sort of feeling around the club at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's obviously it's challenging. The men's program's probably in a different point in their journey compared to us. So, but it's been really good, sort of crossing paths with them, and a lot of them are coming back in for their off season now. So we see a bit of them around, and it's nice to have their support as well for us and cheering us on.